Hello everyone, it's been quite a while, so my apologies for that. Not that, unfortunately, I couldn't really done much about that, thanks to my computer just up and not working, thanks to Windows Update, killing it. I still don't know what happened to it, but thankfully I have a replacement computer that can work, so we're going to be doing that instead. So, I've already tried recording this previously, so if it looks like I somewhat speed through this, my apologies, because I've done this before. But we're going to do a couple of things, try to do possibly multiple quests at once, and we probably might get some more stuff done in the small time span that we have. Just really kind of depends on how this goes, so we'll see. Giza Plains, a bug infestation has hit Giza Plains, and it will reach the town if we don't take action. Someone drive those critters away! Norris, the townsperson. This is a dispatch quest where we have to send somebody. Now, the way I think I somewhat described this, but if not, it's going to be a rehash. My apologies. So, the way dispatch quests work is by level in this game. There's no MVP aspect behind that in this version, well, in this game. So, we're going to be going off of levels, so having a lot of people with a high level is a good thing. This will also kind of chime into it. Since we have a lot of people, it's not probably going to make a whole lot of sense at this point that we're not going to master a lot of stuff as quick. As you can see, we have, and I can't remember if I saw this and this is why I let Carlos join. I don't remember. But when I was recording it initially, I was like, wait a minute, when did he have these? So he has Fire, Thunder, and Blizzard. Which is good. I'm going to be sending Carlos on this. I didn't do this last time, but I'm going to do it for this one. Because obviously he hasn't learned a thing, and other than what he came with. And I'm going to see if I can't get him to master stuff. So this is the best way to do that, because his level is not as good. Dispatch 3 enemies. We'll see what happens. He was jumping up in the air, so he has a high chance of actually completing that without any problems, but, you know, things could go horribly wrong. So, we'll see. Alright, we're going to do Fowl Thief here. I guess I didn't really look at it. A thief has been coming in the night and stealing our chickens. Please catch him for us. Karina, the little girl, and she will give us an Atmos Blade and Fortune Ring if we do it. And, well, we have Fowl Thief right here, so let's go ahead and hop into that one. And it is just a lone thief. So, we only have one person to deal with. However, this person's level 7. Don't take take him lightly. We're going to have Montablock because he does, if I remember right, he has counter, right? Yes, and weapon defense. That's the other thing. Because that's gonna, it gives him a boost to his abilities there. We're going to also bring Wagner to have some healing, because that's going to be pretty important there. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have too much for this. I've been found! Nothing to do but to fight my way out! Thief! Give back those chickens! This makes me think of the cockatrices that you had to deal with in the beginning of Tactics Advance 2. The ones that just love to peck you, and then the big mom just shows up and is a giant pain in the neck. Yeah. Man, dude, I still get people watching that series. It's crazy. And I did that almost back in 2017, and it's still getting tons of people watching it. So, apparently a lot of people wanted to see more of it. It really liked me going through it, so I would say the majority of people liked it. Of course, you get those detractors that don't, but that's fine. But regardless of any crazy nonsense, we're going to just get rid of you casting magic. Still not as good as it could be, unfortunately, but hey. Thankfully with Protect, he's not going to do as much as he could, but that's still a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna be doing this, so, but just don't mind me. I'm gonna be healing myself. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I think we'll be fine with this one. Yeah. Nice and easy. Honestly, this shouldn't... Well, how much damage is Mana Block gonna do? 1. Just a single damage with that bell. Alright. He's honestly just being an animist for block arrows. That's really why I have him as that. Because he would have a lot more power. Oh my goodness. 1 HP. That's insane. I have a feeling that's not going to end well for Wagner. Oh, you're... Wait! No! Dang it! That jerk. He stole my experience! I forgot that was a thing. It's like, yes, I'm going to steal your experience. That's actually the quickest way to level up thieves. It's just steal experience, but you have to be able to hit with that. Oh no. Oh no. Wagner. Okay. You're still alive. Oh my goodness, that was diabolical. But there we go. Alright, Marsh got leveled. He needed that. Marsh should be the highest level, but Monoblock's taking that spot for the moment. Well, boss! And he cries like a little baby. So, yeah, we're good. We don't have to deal with the baby anymore. He can get carted off to jail. Alright. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned this, and I don't remember. The clan menu. So, I think I talked about this showing your mission items. If not, this is probably just like, wait, what is this menu? I don't... Golly, it's been over a month. Almost 2 months since I've done anything with this, so I do apologize. This is not going to be... well, there's not going to be too much more time before we get to use this a little bit, this whole map a little bit more, but this will be important later. This, I think I've shown this. If not, this is where your entire mission list is, and it'll tell you, oh, hey, this is what the quest was, and you cleared it. Congrats. And things you haven't seen, missions you've tried but failed. There is 300 missions in total. We're going to try to do all 300. I know that there's... I'm going to have to look it up at one point. There is a mission that requires a very specific item to get. And I don't remember if it's something that we can really do or not. If it's something that we have to... Oh, to win we had to clear enemies. Oh, that's weird. I actually didn't realize that. I'll get into it when we actually get there, but that's not until post-game, so it's fine. It'll be a while before we get to it. But as you can see, we have clan points, freed areas, our missions. Those will determine the quests that we have available for us and all kinds of things. So the higher our little stats are, we get benefits with those. Let's just kind of walk over to Sprawn real quick. Oh, and we found ourselves our first victims. Maybe. There we go. We actually didn't meet up. There we go. We're good. So, at this point in the story, you'll start seeing different clans show up, as you clearly saw. Now, these clan battles are going to involve usually someone around your level or a little bit lower. Sometimes it's a lot lower in later points of the story. We're going to actually have a lot of... I'm going to bring Sammy, since he's relatively new. We're going to bring Diesel. Let's see. Why not have Clementina as well? This will be a little bit interesting. What was our laws for today? I am not remembering. No items. Okay, well that's unfortunate for us, especially if we need to heal. Alright, I'll remove Clementina. We'll have Wagner for the heal. Oh, I completely skipped it. So, in this game, that is very different compared to the Tactics Advance 2. With this game, the only people that gain the AP to learn things are people that are in combat, or the ones that actually do the missions. Anyone else, they don't get the experience, they don't get the... just really anything. And you just kind of have to be careful. Oh, great. Blind. That's unfortunate. I can... well, Marsh can deal with it. He's able to clear that status element, at least. What I will say, what I'll probably do that's a bit different, I want to see what it's like, because I did record like 2 episodes when I tried recording when I got my new computer. Since I did do that recording, there are some really good things that I got as drops. I don't know if I'll just use that file or if we'll use what we do here. I'm not going to accept any new clan members unless it's someone insane. At that point, I'll just use this file, but... so far. We'll see what happens. Because I got quite a few things that are pretty difficult to find. And especially getting them as early as I did. Is this... Did I forget? No, you do have it, okay. Alright, let's just walk over here and, well, give it an old whack, why don't we? What was that sprite? I could swear I saw a glitch, but I'm not entirely sure if it was or not. Oh my goodness. Just... let's just clear our status elements here. Recover! Alright. Sure. Thing is I need to get Sammy up in levels. Because he's gonna probably be more of the agile individuals we have, and having someone that can actually steal stuff is good. Well, in this game, not in real life. Anyway. Golly. Never miss damage. That always does basically nothing, but it's a 100% chance of hitting. Alright, you know, I'm just gonna... There we go. We're just gonna get rid of her, you know? Just so she's not a problem. Are you going to... No, you do not. You do not even move. Okay. I'll move Wagner here. We're just gonna go from there, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what would be the best out. Hey, I don't know. Hey, you guys can tell me in the comments the builds you do for characters, because I kind of always just go about like the, hey, let's just try to learn all the things. And it's possible to do that, but sometimes it's better just to have someone that's a special, like a specialist in something, you know? Alright, let's get rid of this thief here. Dang. A critical hit to the dome with the glass bell. That hit. And the bell's not broken, man. That's some serious, like, work to be put into that glass bell, you know? Ouch. 41 damage. And that's the thing, even as you play through the game, doing that much damage is actually kind of crazy. It becomes more often, but seeing stuff like that is way more common. The 26, it's a crit! Alright, so, Wagner, we're gonna have you do a heal. Hopefully it'll heal our Banga friend here more than what his health is normally. 29. Okay, that was more than the crit that he took, so that's good. I have an idea what I want to do for Gilbert. I'm probably gonna make Gilbert's either gonna be kind of more of the person that becomes a fighter or a paladin, honestly. And I'm more inclined to do fighter, because that's just the class I like more. Although paladin's not bad. They're way more defensive. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are available that we can do. It's just kind of up to us of what we want to do, I guess. All right. Not bad. Sage Cruiser. Okay. Shield Bearer. Speed Break. Shield Bearer. Alright. And you got that. Alright. No? No. No. You're not bringing anything. Alright. Giza Plains is freed. Thank goodness, I guess. We're doing things. All right. Now, here's the thing. This is a complaint I do have about this game. It's a minor one, but it's something that is fixed in the sequel, so it's kind of water under the bridge for the most part. Mindbreak's not quite mastered. Now, Montablock, you are still trying to master block arrows. Don't worry, I'm going to fix this in a minute. So nothing too crazy here. Now, Gilbert has mastered, well, I was going to say he had mastered Speed Break. And he also has mastered Shield Bearer, which is good. That has given him access to Paladin and Fighter. The game does not tell you when you have access to new jobs in this game. You are to figure that out just by looking. So, to get both Fighter and Paladin, you need 2 Soldier A abilities. Specifically A abilities, because there's the R abilities, the S abilities, the combo. Those do not count. The A abilities specifically are like Speed Break, First Aid, stuff like that. So, there you go. You know, why not? You know, Gilbert can be a fighter. And with this, he can learn probably one of the most broken moves in the game. Hair Render. Is this... Okay, it's one-handed. Fantastic. I'm given the chain share. I'll get him a helmet. And he cannot wheel. Of course he can. It's because I just don't put it on. I don't know why. I just forget to do that. We'll give him Ice Shield. We'll also give him... You know what, for now, he can have a Feather Cap. But there you go. That is something you can... we're going to probably get him an Iron Helm. And just because it'll be fantastic. Also, let's get him better armor, too. Alright, I'm going to grab one of those. And I'm going to do... Where is it? I'm going to grab this. I think that's going to be it for now. And we're going to go to here. I'm going to auto-sort this, because golly, it is such a pain to find some of the stuff if it's not auto-sorted. So, I would... just forgive me for not doing it earlier. It's one of those moments where it's just like, man, I kind of wish... you really can't wear that. Alright, fine. I know the paladin can wear that at least. Can you wear the helmet? No, you cannot. Fantastic. Yang could probably do it, but that's pretty much it. Game me, please. Oh, fantastic. We found multiple of them. Fantastic. Oh, thief exposed! The thief they caught was identified as a member of Clan Borzi. I dare say they won't be sitting around quietly with this one. One of their own in prison. Well, they were thieving. You know, it's not my fault. All right, I don't have that. Don't have that. Wait, the sword and Cyril. What did that require? A fencer. Okay, we need to level up our fencer lady. All right, who are these hooligans? Clan Marble. Okay. Clan Marble's mediocre to deal with. They're not really too crazy. All right. I'm going to keep Montablock out of doing these clan fights for now because he is the highest level. I'm going to try to level up everyone. Not necessarily completely equally, but enough, as it were. Yeah. Actually, hold on. I don't remember. That is one thing. What is Carlos? What is your thing? I am gonna give you black magic. Oh, jeez, yeah, you gotta pick it up. No confuse. Okay, we're good with no confusing. We don't have to worry about that. All right, get ready for combat. It's Lisa. At least I think that's how that's pronounced. I really don't know. Alright. Also, probably going along with these videos, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna space it out. I did do a recording with the others of Phasing, and we tried playing, emphasis on the tried part, where we successful, kind of, playing through, oh jeez, why, Dying Light, that was crazy. I did record it, so I could have stuff to edit as well. That certainly was something. Nothing on them. It was just the whole experience was crazy. Just trying to even get to the point of doing multiplayer. What? How did you? You know what? I also realized that I don't have anything to heal, which is not good. I mean, I have a single potion, but that's it. Not ideal, to be honest. Oh, can you dodge that, please? Okay, at least there's no poison. That's all I can say about that. I guess, yeah, just move and wait. And... oh, jeez. Of course you got freaking reflex. Why wouldn't you? Are we serious? Reflex just makes you immune to normal attack. Just normal combat attacks. So I'm trying to remember. I think that also works for any weapon. It doesn't have to be a melee weapon. If I'm remembering right, though. Alright. The best early game damage is air render. So, hence why it's such a good thing to grab if you can. You have block arrows, because of course you do. You do not, but it's 50% chance of hitting. Yeah, okay. It does work on just any weapon. Gotcha. Let's try this. There we go. Which way are you going? You're going that way. Okay. Oh, he's trying to mug me. That's not good. Jeez, I don't know where that came from. Alright. But good thing that the guy didn't hit me. 48. 45. You know what? I'll take the 48%. Of course. Actually, I don't want to do that. Because that leaves me open for... Well, not open, but I can't do a magic attack the way I want to. So, we'll just do this. Alright. Carlos. No. One more. There we go. Thunder! Well, I hit one of them at least. Oh no. Okay. It was still a lot, but it wasn't as much as it could have been. I'm guessing, yeah, you're gonna try to hit him. I will say, I do like the sound effects of the bells hitting someone. They're always pretty good. And that's the thing. This game is able to do good sound effects for weapons. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and I think they did a fantastic job with it. Alright, air render. We gotta get rid of her. Because her reflex is a pain. There we go. Gilbert leveled up! Nice. Also, do keep this in mind if, I didn't think about it till now. If you, try to do an attack that involves, if, like, wind is against the law, don't use air render. It's an immediate violation of the law, and you will get carded for it. Actually, now I think about it. No, that was in the second game, not in the first game. But, there is a kind of like a stipulation where one of the laws is attacking from a distance, and you can't do it. But sometimes air render's the only way to do damage, like what we did, because the Vira having reflex. So You can still use air render right next to the individual, and then it won't count against you. But there's some really kind of just crazy things sometimes you have to do to still work under the law. That dude, they get so restrictive later on. At the beginning, it's not bad. You get used to it, but man, it gets really restrictive later. Ow! That crit. That... Ooh, I'm not a fan of that. And the thing is, they'll still get the AP, they won't be getting experience because they're knocked out. And they can't do actions, so... That's not bad. Fighters do get a lot of attack, and their weapons are really good. Alright, can I please... There we go. Alright, we have only 2 to deal with. The Animist and the Soldier. Nice. Alright. We're getting there. Graham got a level up. Does it reach? It does! Have some air render. It feels a bit cheaty to do this, but I mean, they give you the weapon and everything at the beginning. Not at the beginning, but early enough to where you can do it. But man, air render, like I said, air render early game is overpowered. Even late game, that's really good. In all honesty. You know what? Can we, like, maybe give him a second chance here? Maybe he can get a level up? Do I risk that? Probably not. Best just get the KO and move on. I was hoping he would go next, but he didn't. Marsh learned Mind Break. Sammy got Steel Gill. Fantastic. Skypole. Fantastic. Skill level up. Alright. Got that. Alright. Who's the new one? Tiffany. Fanny. What? What is this nonsense? No. Your name's atrocious as well. Get out of here. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that! Well, I guess I could show this off. Leave. Oh? Fine. Bye. I actually didn't mean to hire you anyway. So... you can get mad at me if you want. I don't care. There we go. Now he has proper armor. He has 172. I know that was mean. It was just like, oh yeah, you're joining, and then I just tell her to leave. But I did say we aren't going to be doing that. Okay, we got this. I want to send Wagner out. Okay. My whole class's ancient studies homework was stolen. If we had some ancient object, we could do it again. Help! Babbins, 4th grade swords. 5 days. So we'll have Wagner deal with that. Also, one thing I'm also going to look into doing is we're going to go over to weapons. We're going to get ourselves a lion heart. That way our friend here can actually learn a skill here. I don't really have anything there. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. We're gonna go back to Jang, and he's gonna get the Lionheart. Oh, yeah. If you want to know what class can wield what weapon, you press select, and it'll say, hey, press select to find the list of jobs. It does show you every single job, and it shows you which ones can actually use it. So, this is a little handy tool. It does kind of show you, hey, these are the jobs that are available, but, yeah. There's a little bit of a heads up if you're, it's like, what the heck? Let's say, we got, like, this. And it's, we can see this, and it says, oh, okay, that's an alchemist thing. But sages can also use it. So if they need a weapon, you can give them one. But just kind of giving you an idea. If you find something that just doesn't make sense. Also, armor is probably going to be where it's mostly used. If it's like, what the heck? Who wears this? And you can actually look that up. Little handy dandy tool there. Also, let me do this. Anyway, so maintenance, I guess I should say this, ensures equipped items are not stolen or destroyed. So he can always make sure whatever he has equipped doesn't get stolen. So, or if someone tries to do a destroy weapon or what have you, it's not going to happen to Sammy. So, a little bit of a good note there. I am going to do this, because I want to see what weapon can do power break if I do that. Because he has to have both arms free to use it. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give him gauntlets instead. Marsh is still going to be the person I put a lot of the best armor I can, or best stuff on. Just because I want him to be protected. Because there's going to be points where he's, well, needing to be defended. And we can't really have him dying on us, you know? Did you master? No, you're still working on exercise. The reason why I bought the Kaiser knuckles is it also gives him air render. So once our friend here is mastering that, he can start learning one of the best moves. Am I biased? Slightly, but for a good reason. Alright, well, let's see what these guys are up to. Zero Band. Okay. What's their levels looking like? 4, 5? Oh. 3, 3, and 4. Didn't actually even pay attention to what their names were. We're probably gonna... Oh, you know what? We have our healer on dispatch. We're in trouble, possibly. We're definitely bringing Gilbert. Gilbert's goated. So, we'll bring Montablock for this. We'll bring Graham. I want him to master exercise as quickly as I can. Clementine. Or Clementina, I should say. And we'll bring Carlos. And we'll have 2 magic users. No charm. Fantastic. We don't have ways to charm, so we are good to go. Oh, righty diny. Nettie. I mean, swap out one of those D's for an E, and it turns into needy. But, you know. Well, that's a whole other meaning for his name. Alright, you're doing a never missed. Okay. Are you serious? Okay. I didn't think the mic would pick that up. That's normally really quiet. I don't know when in editing if that's going to show up, but hey. Just grabbing something cold to drink. There we go. Unfortunately, I missed. And that guy is going to do whirlwind. Okay. Better than actually trying to do something else. Literally anything else at this point. Oh. These experienced thieves. 3 experience stolen. Alright, we're gonna have to take out this specific little thief. The little Moogle. Alright. I think this should KO him. Yeah, easily. Bro, if I had it. Oh, man. It's one of those things. If only. Deal damage and steal gil. Well, that's unfortunate. You stolen 2 gil. 2 whole gil. Are you happy? Maybe. I genuinely don't know. There we go. If I remember right, there's an ability, and I know what it's called. It's called Monkey Grip. But I don't remember if that's a soldier's ability or if that's the paladin ability. I think that's soldier, but you don't get the blade for that for quite a while. If I'm remembering right. Oh, come on. That's some shenanigans, dude. Oh. Come on. They're just... They really are just out to get my money. Alright, nicely dodged. I don't know, but maybe. Oh, come on! Why is he dodging? Ouch. That hurt. That's not good. Oh, please. Please miss. Ouch. No. Oh, that's not good. That is really not good. Can I please take care of this guy? Oh my goodness. He keeps dodging everything. And she doesn't do enough damage. That's frustrating. That is very frustrating. Bismarck only has 3 HP, but that 3 HP is going to be a pain. Okay, so you're only healing. Good. Montablock should be able to take care of it with a spell, but that's if he hits, and that's the problem. He has to hit. It's not been too accurate as of late. Well, I say that. It's a mix. That's the one thing I will say I don't... Like, on one hand, it's like, okay, it kind of makes sense. It's like you see the guy casting the magic, but gosh, the accuracy in this game is pretty wildly bad. But thankfully, Montablock took care of that problem. Really? Let's see. Can I take him out? Not quite. He has 1 HP. Again. Take him in. Alright. What are you doing? Alright. Yeah, you didn't hit, so you're gonna be running? No, not necessarily. Alright. Clementina, can you take care of Nettie? Nope. That's fine. Okay. Just get rid of him. I was like, do I bother moving and then doing it? Because I want to try to make sure I can get towards this archer. Hey, buddy. You mind getting up? Thank you. Can I make you go to sleep? Count the sheep! Okay, he counted... Oh, well, she counted sheep. Alright. $72 experience. 5 with 16. Okay. Trying to see who has the most. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I should mention this because, well, that archer is currently in this situation. It's not going to matter if that archer has block arrows or reflex. Being asleep prevents that from activating because you have to essentially be awake for that. And since the archer is not awake, the attacks will go through. Alright. Let's do a little bit of a recovery here. We're just surrounding her. Okay, she didn't actually have block arrows. But I was going to try to show it. Because let's just do Opener. Alright. We have completed the mission. We are good. We got a mithril knife. Oh, nice. I actually didn't... I think I did get one. So... Oh. I'm going to show this with Sammy here because he actually can equip it. And he did master that. Okay. So, mithril knife. That will teach him thief combo. So he will actually be able to combo. And all we gotta do is come over here, put it on. The damage that the pardon me. The damage the combo does itself, to my knowledge, fail-proof combo ability for thieves. Let me see what this says. Fail-proof combo for soldiers and warriors. Even though it says that, you can be a different class and have the combat combo, thief combo, and it's still gonna work. So that's actually not bad. I say fail because that's pretty much what it is, because the audio mixing's awful. But I had gotten a mithril staff, which gives the white combo, which sounds really weird, but it's for white mages. And it also gives summoner combo, if I remember correctly. So, and this is, it's kind of weird, but that's actually how you get these missions as something you can actually do. Oh, we got Darcy. Oddly enough, I got that as an option in the other one. You know what? I am gonna need a good magic powered Vera at some point. Sure. Also, having only one white mage is not good. So, well, we're going to give her the white staff to give her the ability to use cure. We'll give her blaze robes, so she doesn't have to worry ever about fire moves. And it doesn't affect her negatively. Let's go here. We'll grab a feather cap. We'll grab some boots. I'm also going to grab a round shield. We're going to... Let me think. This is for Esuna. That's correct. Alright, we'll do that. And as you can tell, this is all for ninjas, and there's a couple of assassin stuff. We don't have access to assassin, and we won't for a while. So, don't need to worry too much about that. Yeah, because there's Magic Break and Power Break, and then there is Mind, Speed, First Aid. Those are the only ones that we have for Fighter currently. So... we'll do this real quick, because, like I said, I am going to try to make up for the time that I was not able to have videos for you guys. I'm not going to push it too much, but we'll have a little bit longer than an hour. I don't know. You guys can let me know. I know I've asked this in, like, polls in the past. And usually, because I've told people, like, hey, it's only going to be, like, once a week or something. What's your thoughts? Most people were saying an hour or more. So that's why I do this. Oh, you know what? We haven't used our Defender friend yet. Let's do that. I do want Clementina to... Sammy, I don't think is going to be a good enough level for these. 3, 5, 3... 3, 5, yeah. Sorry, Sammy. We're gonna have Wagner hang out. There's gonna be other stuff that, because I think what, and I said this in the failed recording, but you wouldn't be able to hear it. Jeez. But one of the things that I was going to do, and I'm still going to plan on doing it, I wanted to show these off because they are something that's going to happen quite a bit and probably happen quite a bit while we play through the game. So it's a part of it, but when I'm going to go farm for levels and possibly items, I'm going to avoid showing that on screen, because again, it's going to be a lot of doing this, which it's like, oh, okay, it's fighting, it's content, things can happen, of course, but it's gonna get boring, especially because we'll see these clans multiple times, because once you beat a clan, that doesn't mean they're gone. They're actually gonna get better. They're gonna have newer abilities and stuff like that. Maybe not. Sometimes they just get leveled up, but they're gonna level up as you progress through the game. And I just want to avoid having repetitiveness like everywhere, so I'll do these fights off screen. Sometimes they're abundant like this, and sometimes they rarely show up. I've never had a super consistent thing for these. Yeah, let's just air render the white mage. That's a lot of damage. 51 points of damage is a lot. I also realized I probably should have checked something. No instruments. Okay. Alright. We're good. I was like, wait a minute. I just realized when I did air render, I could be in big trouble. Thankfully, that is not the case. Alright. What are you doing? Defend. We could do that. However, let's do that. Oh, only one. What a pittance. You only did 1 damage. Brother. That's also one of the cool things about getting a defender that early, is just they are so good at just tanking hits. Alright. Now, logistically, you could make it simple to get to the point where it's like, hey, yeah, I can reliably just have a Benga that can become a defender pretty early. It's just getting one right off the bat's nice. I'm still waiting to see if we get probably one of the most broken NPC like clan possibilities. And I say that just because of how long it would take to get the skill normally. That's why I call it broken, because it's like right off the gate you can do it. And it's like, oh, okay, that works. And it's not like a 100% it's always going to be the case that it's going to show up. I've played through this game quite a bit. and it's not always shown up. So it is on a random thing. I think we're fine if we just... Actually, why not do this? Oh my gosh, the lag. What was that? I don't know. Get out of here. And I think... Oh, I thought that... I was not paying attention to who I was controlling. And unlike in... No, actually, I was about to say Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, but it's not that game. I think it's Triangle Strategy that actually did it. That I'm thinking about. I know they can. I know it does it. I'm just trying to remember if that's where I remember it from. Where you can actually rotate the map. Because, man, that is so useful. Especially with stuff like this. It's like, oh yeah, I can't see who would be standing there. To say that I have maybe missed an enemy because of that, and it caused someone to get killed, is an understatement. That has made me mad more times than I can remember. Just completely missing a character because you don't see them. Can you? Okay, no, I wouldn't even. Alright. Alright, I guess you can just wait there. I guess technically what I could do, if I ever run into that as a problem, is just to use boost. That way she gets some experience at least. Because as long as you use a skill, or even just attack, you are going to be getting some experience from it, which is nice. It can be abused. Don't get me wrong. You can abuse it to where it's like, guess what? I have infinite abilities. And now I can just increase my level by infinitum. But that's actually kind of how you should do some of it. Especially with some of the classes, it's just like you gotta just sit there and buff. Even if it makes no sense to do it at that point, because there's nothing else you can do. All right. Disable? Look, why are you attacking Gramps for that? That's just rude, man. Alright, well. That's unfortunate. Where are you moving them? Fantastic. They were completely not needed to be moved, but whatever. And of course it's your turn. Did she see the air render from the sky? Probably not, but you know, it's fine. 47 points of damage. We are aiming for the top here. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but you know. And you know the crazy thing? While my computer was out, I thought I'd give... I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this channel or not. I think I've mentioned this during the Faz Inc. streams at some point. But, I have a very special disdain for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Part 2, to the point where I haven't even finished it to this day because I hate it so much. And, I had decided when as I was trying to just wait until I got different parts for the computer or tried to get it to work and just I couldn't, and I got tired of trying to fix it or whatever was going on, I was like, I'll give it I'll try to finish it. I got so mad trying to play that game because it's so bad. I'm pretty much at the end. I just need to finish that last bit of the story, and I can hardly bring myself to do it because of how bad it is. It makes me so mad because it's like, well, that wasn't cheap, kind of an idea, you know. But it's actually awful, and I hate that it's something I had spent money on at one point. That's the thing. It's like, well, I'll give it a shot. I thought the remake was decent-ish. I didn't like some of the things they did, but sure, why not? I don't think that anymore. I think that was an atrocity. And anyone defending that is not... I'm not a fan of their perception of things. Because I don't think they're correct. Alright, you didn't go anywhere. You're sitting at 50, right? No, you're at 150, okay. That's actually not bad. You need 200, I think? Right? Yeah. He's almost there. And honestly, Beastmasters, I'll be honest, they're kind of bad. I don't really like them in general, but it's required for some of the classes. This is the best way to do it. Just get the Demon Bell, because you get 3 right away and it counts as 3. I think 3 is all you need for some of the stuff. Just like having 3, the Fire, Thunder, and Light, Fire, Thunder, and Ice, little Blizzard, give you the stuff you need. So, yeah. Also, I want to give you that. I don't think they do. No, they don't. I believe defenders get the weapon defense plus. I think. I might be incorrect on that. Don't quote me. Alright. No new rumors. But there is free cereal. Daggum it. Get a free one of those. Alright. Alright, game. We'll sing Gilbert for that. He's close enough to a level. 3 days. I don't see why not. And we'll just head to Sprom. Got 30 points. Dadgummit. Didn't get the 50 he needed. I was hoping he got the 50. I'm sorry, dude. Alright, well, we have the cheetahs we gotta deal with. Yeah, we can do it this episode. Area freed. Merchants are back in the town now that Clan Borzy is gone. Prices are coming down and us pub masters can offer info at a discount too. Fantastic. Is it? Nope, it is not. It's the only in the places that you have freed. So, any of the towns that you have freed, anything as far as you can see, shop-wise goes down in price by a little bit. Actually, I don't think it has gone down in price. Hold on. No. It has not. Or has it? It kinda has. It's one of those kinda, but not really. Yeah. Those have not come down. Okay, the prices on that hadn't come down. But this has. Freeze prom. Oh, we get a conch shell. What? We'll do that, and then we'll do the cheetahs in the next one. Because I think that would be the... Are we serious? Dadgummit. The Spromnites, because of course they show up before I get a chance to do anything. Alright. We'll bring you along. We'll bring you... Wait, do you have... Okay, you are learning Airbender. I was like, I can... Don't worry. Don't mind me! I'm just over here being really weirdly dumb about this because I can't remember. Alright. We'll have Sammy. No protect. Okay. Get ready. Well, you have counter, and I don't really care for that, so I'm going to try stealing your gill here. Yay! Sammy got a level up. He desperately needed that. Golly, he was stuck at level 2. Actually, hold on. If I can take out that monk, that would be actually really good. Nice. Actually, that is pathetic, so I don't think that would be good. We can do this, though. Leonard. And... Dadgummit, he's got chakra. It's a better version of first aid. It's sad. An all or nothing attack. Uh-oh. Beat down. Ouch. Yeah, so beatdown's actually really good. It's a hit or miss, literally, because of how low the accuracy is. There's ways to make it even worse to deal with. And I don't know if I want to be that mean. I might. Oh, come on. But the idea behind it is you need to be using someone with a bow to do it. And... Jeez, excuse me. What the person does is they use... let's say it actually kind of... It's either you use an archer for this, or you have a fighter that has archer abilities. Because it requires specifically these things. You need boost as an ability, which increases your damage. And I believe if you have... and it's a late game item, but there's a bow that gives concentrate, which increases accuracy. But I can't... Well, I don't know if it was buffed in the sequel. It might have been. Or they nerfed it. I remember it working on all attacks, and I think they might have nerfed it in the sequel. I might be wrong. But anyway, it makes your accuracy insanely good. And so you use boost, you have concentrate, so you're able to just have high accuracy, and then you do beatdown, and you just destroy your opponents with it. It takes 2 turns to set it up, because you got a boost. But even just a kind of like a raw beatdown, that sounds really bad, but just doing a by itself beatdown, it's honestly powerful enough to actually just take care of a threat, or at least put it in a position where someone else can just do their use their next turn to just take care of the enemy that you're dealing with. Also, that move I don't like. We're running into all the problem enemies here with their attacks. Daggum. Alright, we're gonna heal. Oh my goodness. The self-damaging attack with body slam, and guess what? We are going to hopefully get some more damage in. Airrender should do a good bit of damage here. Yeah. Now, I don't remember if I combo, if Sammy does not have a judge point. I don't think he joins in. I don't think he does. But the way combos work in this game is... Well, actually, we can just test that. Oh, he does. Okay. So as long as someone has combo in their repertoire of things that they can do, if someone is using combo, that person will join in the fray and start throwing hands, as it were. And I'll show that off. Boom. It does so much more damage. Also, having good weapons makes a difference there, but it just destroys your opponent. It increases the damage output. I think it... I'm trying to remember what the actual calculation of that is. I'll probably have to look that up in between episodes, but... Alright. Clementina. There we go. Fantastic. You got yourself a judge point. Please heal them both. I want Sammy to get the KO here. But I don't know if he will. Nelson's gonna run. Oh no, he actually walked right up. But he is still healing himself, which makes 0 sense. But, alright. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm sorry. If you can dodge, good. If not, well, you didn't. Just gotta deal with it, you know? Just let them just deal with the consequences of their decision. I don't know. Alright. Oh, we got a mithril spear. Although... well... that doesn't... I mean, it does help, kind of. It gives the ability for Bangas to now get combo, but... it's only dragon combo. We don't have a... it doesn't give it to Templars, which is really weird, because both Templars and Dragoons can use spears, and it's like, alright. Alright, game. Let's go. But yeah, doing the clan fights is the best way to get the actual mithril items. But what I plan on doing, and you guys can let me know if you want to say that, I don't see why there's an... personally, I don't see why there's a need to actually see all the extra... just go with the edges for this. Who do you think you are? Get him! Clan Borthy, we're taking you down. I don't know what his voice turned into. But if you want to say every single one of the clan fights, I could probably... I don't know. I could do something about that. But honestly, I might... I think we're going to come across the fights anyway as we play through it. And, of course, if we don't have pressing issues going on, and I can actually work it into where we're going, yeah, I'll just add it into the video and just keep going. I'm not going to purposely avoid it, because they are on a timer. What I'll do is kind of just like off screen, I'll just fight as many clans as I can, because there's times where they just don't show up, and usually that's not too... no, hold on. Usually it's not too bad to deal with. Yeah, Snow Protect. I was like, wait a minute. I remember there being a thing about don't use X. Alright. I can use Shell, though. Actually, I don't know if I can use that. I'm gonna err on the side of caution and do not do that. If we're just not gonna worry about that and just kind of move on. You are getting air rendered, though. Oh, well, you dodged that one. You dodged the more accurate one and got hit by the less accurate one. That completely makes sense, game. This is my... Dadgummit. This is my luck with Fire Emblem all over again when it comes to accuracy. Oh, yeah. You got 98% chance of hit. Miss, 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 and miss. You miss all 4 times. How did that happen? I don't know. That's like a 1 in a million chance. I don't know. What is that chance? You know what? This is just going to be completely on my mind until I can think of it. It's just like, what are the odds? As we're doing this here. Don't worry. I'm not going to... Let's just sit here while I'm trying to do it. Can I can't quite get enough damage in. Air Render is going to do more damage in general. Daggum it. I forget that there's a pause there that happens. Alright. Graham. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, of course you're gonna heal. That. You know the weird thing when I was playing this? Again, in the failed recording. This dude did not heal anybody. It's like, why don't you heal your friends? They're hurt. And he just did not care. I don't know what that NPC was thinking, but if he was, that was some wackiness there. I'm gonna have him do that. I guess best way to do that is have you go up here. Yeah. Honestly, this is the best way to do it. It may not. Okay, it does work. There we go. We got it. How could this have happened? Or how could this happen? But whatever, you know, it's fine. But the reason that came up was because I'm planning on trying to do some stuff for like members only content because I haven't done that really. What I am going to do is I'm going to be kind of revamping an old LP that I did technically finish, but because I had tech issues back then too. Nothing's changed all these years. Because of tech issues, 2 of the chapters in that Fire Emblem game did not, even though they were supposed to have been recorded, one was so corrupted, nothing really was usable, and the other one just had like 2 seconds recorded, and that was it. It was insane. So I'm gonna try to redo that series and actually do a proper 100% as far as like the chapters being done. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do it for all the support conversations because there's way too many. But I'm gonna try to have everyone have everyone that's gonna be at the end have an A and a B. So, but that I'm gonna be making that for members. So I was playing. I was playing the game on the Switch to get the stuff caught up to it, so I could do hard difficulty. And that happened to me as I was in the Coliseum. One of the characters had a 98% chance of hitting their opponent and missed 4 times in a row. Just like, what the heck? And apparently, yeah, I have really crappy luck. So, apparently the odds of that happening is 0.00016% chance of that happening. Whether you want to call me incredibly lucky that happened or unlucky because it happened, it really doesn't matter. But it's like, are you serious? Oh man, I don't know why that happens to me, but it does, and It's beyond me, really. Alright, let's hopefully get through this. What damage is this gonna do? 32? Yeah, it should be fine. I will say, though, the Kaiser Knuckles are just good in general. Those are probably some of the best weapons early game as well. Especially for a beginning class, too. It's insane. Alright. Grand level up. We got the level 2. And now we got some free things. Yay. Oh, a customer. What do you want? It's actually not bad. That would take all the money. Cheetahs. I'll go ahead and purchase this before I end the episode, but we are at like an hour and 40. I was expecting this to be an hour and a half. My bad. But hey, that's what happens, I guess. There's a price on the heads of the band of conmen calling themselves the Cheetahs. The word is they've been seen in the Nubswood. Brett, the street here. Street ear. Chris knife. Blaze robe. Alright. I can be fine with that. I don't have the white thread, do I? No, I don't. So what's this new rumor? Our heroes. Members of the Clan Cross Guild are our heroes. Go show those Borsey clanners who's boss. Yay! I don't know what that was. But anyway. Can I? No, it's 63. Daggum it. Drop weapon's actually pretty good. That's why I was like, ooh. Because there's a very difficult fight that you can get yourself into. Cross helm's actually really good. I can actually do this and get the Ragnarok. I think I'm going to do that. And I do have a quest lined up, so there we go. The Nubswood, yeah, that's where the cheetahs are. All right. Oh, no. Let's not run into that fight. Not quite yet. The Cyril band will be taken care of in between the next episode and this one. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you all for watching. As far as the Dying Light stuff, I don't know when that's going to go up. I guess kind of once I get that edited. I'm going to focus on this first. But once I get these edited, I'll start trying to work on editing the Dying Light stuff. I'm going to try to make it kind of like how I did the World War Z stuff. A little bit shorter, maybe doing some like highlight stuff. I don't know. We'll see what I make of it, but it could just be shorter episodes. I might kind of try to somewhat breeze through the tutorial part because that was really boring. I mean, there's still commentary going on, but we weren't playing together for, I think, for like an hour, which was crazy. So I might cut quite a bit of that up. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. You take care. Later.